One of the classic uses for PowerPoint is to create a self-running presentation designed to play in a loop without anyone nearby to control it. Whether you're at a trade show, in a store, or sitting in a waiting room, businesses use PowerPoint to inform customers about their products. There's entertainment value too. In this day and age, YouTube and other websites are chock full of videos made by people just like you. You can use PowerPoint to create your own movie with graphics, text, video clips, and sounds. One of the key elements is recording a voice-over narration, telling your customers everything they need to know, just like they were listening to you in person. You don't need any fancy equipment. The recording studio is right in PowerPoint. All you need is a microphone plugged into your microphone jack on your computer, and you're in business. We cover in detail how to set up your microphone in the Recording Your Own Sounds movie earlier in this course. The first thing that we need to do is to prepare your presentation to be self-running, if you're going to let it play by itself on a screen in front of customers. If your end product is going to be saving your PowerPoint presentation as a movie, you won't need these settings, but it's good to know they're there. Click on the Slideshow tab, and then click on Setup Slideshow in the left center of the ribbon. In the Setup Show dialog box, we're going to leave the show type on Presented by Speaker Full Screen, because we want ours to be full screen. If you will be showing the presentation on a computer, you might want Kiosk Mode, because it prevents customers from advancing slides using the keyboard or the mouse. The only key that works in Kiosk Mode is Escape, to stop the presentation. If your self-running show is designed to play over and over, tell it to loop continuously until Escape. Right now I'm going to leave that off. We are going to use the laser pointer, so go ahead and choose a color that contrasts well with your color scheme. I'll leave that on red. Last, set the Advanced Slides option to Using Timings if present. Now, click OK. It's time to record your voiceover narration. You can talk through your entire presentation, or you can include the voiceover on just a few slides. When you record the narration, you will also record your animations, transitions, slide timings, and laser pointer. If you intend to have the sounds attached to your transitions and animations, record your narrations first, and later add the sound effects. Try to minimize playing your video clips, audio clips, and sound effects through speakers during your recording process. When you play the finished slideshow, you'll hear an echo chamber of the media sounds in the narration playing at the same time as the media in the actual presentation itself. If possible, use a microphone that has a headset so that you can hear the sounds, but they won't be picked up by your mic. You can do all your recording in one take, but don't worry if you flub something. Don't stop, just keep going. You can either reset that one slide, or you'll be able to go back and re-record the narration on specific slides. When you're ready, on the slideshow ribbon, there's a button that says Record Slideshow. Click on the top part of the button, not the drop-down arrow. A box appears giving you the option of recording the slide and animation timings, or just the narrations and laser pointer. We're going to leave both boxes checked so that we can save our final product either as a movie or as a self-running presentation. Click Start Recording to begin. Your slideshow will start, just as though you were giving it to an audience. A Rehearse Timings toolbar floats in the upper left corner. If you need to pause your recording, click this button. The first timestamp shows how long you've been on that one slide. The second timestamp is the total time for the presentation. Speak directly into the microphone to narrate the first slide. Be as natural as possible. Hi, I'm Alicia, and we're going to discuss new advertising opportunities for Hansel and Petal. When you're ready to go to slide 2, click your mouse. Say everything that you would say in front of a live audience. Move through your slideshow at the pace you want to see in your final product. Pretend you're someone who's never seen your product before, and give yourself some time to read your text and look at all your graphics. If you make a mistake, you can click this repeat button to start that slide over again. I'll do that right now. It will tell me recording pause and ask me to resume. You can see that the Rehearse Timings toolbar has reset itself to the beginning of this slide. If the slide has no narration, don't rush through it. After an appropriate length of time, not too short and not too long either, go on to your next slide. Now, you also have a laser pointer to draw attention to key information. Hold down your Control key and then click your mouse. You'll have a bright beam of light to highlight points of interest. If you have audio clips and movie clips in your slideshow, be sure not to talk at all during those slides, like I'm doing now. On this slide, I have an audio clip. 2 more suggestions to avoid the echo chamber are to mute the sound clip before you record the narration if the sound is set to play automatically, and then when you're done, set the volume back to normal. If the sound is set to click, don't play the sound at all. Now when you reach your last slide, the presentation will open in slide sorter view. Under each slide, you can see information about what was recorded. If there's a star, there's a transition or animation effect. Time shows the total amount of time that slide is on screen. A speaker on the thumbnail indicates that you've recorded a narration on that slide. Getting an entire narration right in one take is extremely difficult. When you're ready to re-record, select the slide that you need to fix. I'll double-click on slide 1. On the Slideshow tab, click on the drop-down below Record Slideshow and choose the option Start Recording from Current Slide. Click Start Recording and re-record that slide's narration. Hi, I'm Alicia, and we're going to discuss new advertising opportunities for Hansel and Petal. You can either continue on to other slides or press Escape to end the re-record. Repeat the process on any other slide that need a second take. Now, if during your playback you experience that echo chamber on slides that have multimedia. Now let's take a look at slide 3. If your movie sounds were picked up by the microphone and they're playing during the slideshow itself, the best solution is to delete the narration from this slide. Click on the drop-down for Record Slideshow and hold your cursor over Clear. In the flyout, at the top are options for removing your timings, but we don't want to do that. At the bottom, you have choices to remove the narration from either the one slide that you're clicked on or from the entire presentation. If, by the way, you ever see the top options grayed out, it's because you're not actually clicked on your slide. I'll go ahead and I'll clear the narration from this current slide. Now, when we play this as self-running, they won't hear the narration at all, just the media clip. Now go to slide 4. You can see both my narration and the original audio clip. Another way to remove the slide's narration is to click on the little speaker in the bottom right corner and press Delete on your keyboard. If, for any reason, you decide to re-record your voiceover narration from scratch, be sure to go up to Record Slideshow and go to Clear and tell it to clear the narrations on all the slides. Otherwise, the two might overlay each other, and your timings may possibly interfere. Now go back to slide 2, and then click on your speaker icon. This speaker icon acts just like all other audio icons. I can go up to Audio Tools and Format, and apply all the same settings to it that I showed you in previous chapters. If I click on it and go to Audio Tools Playback, I can see that it's automatically hidden and that the start is not on click. While I don't see anything in the box, if I drop it down, I can see automatically highlighted in orange. Now go to the Animations tab. I see that my speaker has a little 0 next to it, indicating that the audio clip is timed to play right after the slide appears. And if I go up to the ribbon, I can also see that it's set to start after previous. Now, since we spent so much time discussing that you can't record a narration on a slide with a media clip because of the echo, what could you possibly do if you want both a voiceover and a sound on the same slide? Get creative. Record the voiceover as a separate sound, using the techniques that we learned in the earlier movie about recording a sound. Then, use the animation pane to specify what order you want the sound clip and your audio narration, and have them play automatically one after another, or simultaneously, taking advantage of the delay feature. Once you start making adjustments like that, you'll all of a sudden find that your original slide timings may no longer be correct. You may need to make them longer or shorter. If you go to the Transitions tab, you can see on the far right-hand side there's a setting for Advanced Slides After. You can either increase or decrease this length of time to accommodate your changes in your sound, or you can turn off the timing altogether and tell it to advance when you click. And last, remember my suggestion from the beginning that if you're recording a narration, wait to turn on transition and animation sound effects until after you record, so that you don't hear them echo twice during the voiceover. Wow, that was a lot of information. But keep in mind that I've just shown you workarounds for some of the most intricate applications of multimedia in PowerPoint. What I want you to come away with is that recording voiceover narrations will allow you to give your presentation without even being present in the room. The fact that you can record and re-record as needed gives you powerful movie-making capability within the software you already know how to use.